Hello and welcome to
And now we're talking
Real Estate.
real estate.
Woo-hoo. And we also talk about a lot of things that aren't real estate. We love a good tangent.
Definitely love those tangents.
Yeah. I'm one of your hosts, Jillian Stickney,
And I'm Michelle Patterson-Knapp.
and we are longtime realtors and friends. So we kind of get into all of it, a little behind the curtain. So if that's something you like listening to, we would love to have you. And we're rolling.
Hey,
Hello, welcome.
welcome to And Now We're Talking.
Real estate.
Yes.
So, and actually today we have been talking real estate.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't. But who knows? We're going to start with, a topic and see where it goes.
All right.
And, so I printed off some stuff because what happens is, I like to get right bent out of shape about things. And then like a week or two later when we're recording, I'm like, it's all fine.
Hey, I could like rally right back up again.
Yeah, totally. That's
Except for I
probably
don't know
true.
the topic. So
Okay, yeah. So, I've got written down here. So this is a good hint. Table and chairs, check mark. Bed and basement, check mark.
Uh-oh.
So, and then I've got, okay, yeah. So anyway, so furniture sales strike again.
I'm like, do we need to get your little like Sam's furniture discount jacket on?
Right? Yeah, totally. Like, and like, I feel like a lot of, flair. Did you remember?
Oh, yes,
yeah,
the flair.
yeah. I need like 20 pieces of flair, like some like really noisy, like whatever's. Yeah. Yeah. So bingo's bargain basement over here. No, this, you know what? It actually was fine, but like, again, so I literally saved like the piece of paper that I was writing the notes on
Yeah.
about it. Just as like, okay, let's bring this up at the old podcast again here because
Right.
so there was that deal I did.
But the real reminders too, right? Like you have to write those down because I was dealing with one, and there's furniture that's being included,
Mhm.
and as much as you write and you try to be as specific as you can on the contract, there's still,
Okay, so that's actually okay, for sure. And the thing is like I don't even put this on the contract sometimes because, well, first of all, my rule of thumb is we don't even talk about furniture until this is a firm deal. Like,
Yeah.
so not on the contract, although I do have the story to follow. And this has
Yeah.
all been since we've last talked about furniture. But so that I made notes and it was so funny. So it is the spring market. I am busy. So my real job is taking away from my secondhand furniture sales pro bono job. And and so I just remember one afternoon, yeah, I was like wicked busy. And I think it was the week that I had to like cancel
right.
whatever. But I will say I double ended this deal. So I can probably
Okay, so you could put on the Sam's bargain bingo.
bargain bingo blazer for a minute. Totally. So, anyways, it was really funny. So what we ended up doing was we kind of felt like, you know what, there was a few things in the inspection, but we didn't really want to extort and we knew they were maybe going to leave some furniture, but we kind of thought, hey, like, let's just maybe be really kind of decent about the
Mhm.
inspection and just remove. And then, hopefully you'll extend the olive branch back the other way. And instead of you guys kind of kijijing this or whatever, placing it, then you'll just leave some of the stuff. And so
Yeah.
that did all work out. And it was funny because I'm corresponding with the buyer and I mentioned, so I'd had a phone call and I'd said the things. And then I think he asked if I could like just send it to him in writing. So I sent an email and he's like, oh, mentions there's 2 TVs. I only mentioned one. It's like, this is not really
No.
like,
No.
my main thing. And to be honest, he was lovely. And it wasn't, he was just like, hey, I know when we spoke, this is what, but it is funny because to me, I'm kind of like, oh my God, like liaisoning, like free furniture is like, it's not, it's kind of like having your like surgeon, like, clean the
Pick up a
toilet.
bedpan?
Yeah, like it's like, I'm like, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying I'm a surgeon, but it's just like, I wouldn't even, and I know I've said this before, like, I don't know. When I have like furniture to get rid of, like I can't even see myself like haggling over used furniture. Like it's like I think it's partly because I'm so scarred from this business, but it's like so it's like I wouldn't even do this for myself. Like, come on, guys. Just
Yeah. And sometimes it's hard to like get away from it.
It's
right?
impossible.
Yeah,
I've
right.
learned it's
Yeah,
impossible.
yeah, it's hard because you're dealing. I don't know what the situation is with this one, but sometimes it's either downsizing or maybe it's a death, right?
Mhm, mhm.
Somebody's passed. They
Downsizing here.
obviously,
Yeah.
yeah, real downsizing.
Ouch, ouch. No, I'm just saying this person is
No,
just
okay,
yeah,
but
yeah,
you're in your case,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's like this furniture is just gonna,
Yeah, like
it could
they're
stay, it could, or they could take it and maybe ruin some of the walls when they're moving it,
mhm.
So,
Yeah, actually, the sectional in the basement, they're like, "We don't know how we
oh, the
got this
sectionals.
in the
Yeah.
basement," right? And it's like they literally
Yeah.
had professional movers try and come and get it out there, so they're like, "If the new buyers don't
What?
want this, we will, but we're gonna have to destruct it and
Yeah.
just put it in a dumpster." So, anyways, so that was, but anyway, so that's furniture story 1. Furniture story 2, dealing on a seven-figure home, which I also feel like just again, it really shows the scale. So, and
Mm,
it's a slippery slope. So, there's an office and it has this nice old brick fireplace. And it was actually, this is an infill in Westmount. And the brick had been taken, I think, from the original home there. So, that's kind of cool. A little bit of side story.
right.
But there's these bookshelves beside it. And when we're writing the offer, like when we'd been in the home before, we'd actually been through it twice, but we hadn't looked to see if they were built in or not.
If they're
And then
attached.
it's like, "Oh, are those built in? Well, let's just write them in because we don't know if they are." So
Yeah.
this is how this starts. And then,
Just
uh,
because if it's built in, it's attached, right?
yes,
So you
so it
don't
would
really
come
need
with
to
the
write
home.
it.
Yeah,
Comes to the
but
home.
we weren't really sure. We kind of were just at that point just going off of reference from the pictures on the listing. It's like, okay, well, we better be safe to write it in.
Right.
And then, a barbecue slips in there, which is kind of a little bit of a 50-50,
Yeah.
And then, oh, her husband likes the grandfather clock.
Mm,
And so it was funny because a seven-figure deal did not go pending, like, so whatever that day was,
yeah.
until the next morning when we're like, because it was kind of like, yeah, we're cool with the bookshelf, the barbecue, whatever. And then it was like, oh, the grandfather clock has sentimental value. Fair. Like, but he's gonna have to think about it. And so, but that was what was like, everyone went to bed
Yeah.
not signing this deal because this was, and so the next morning we're just like, hey, like, and we were very much like, we get it. Like,
Yeah.
we don't know what the circumstance is or what have you. Um, so we sign it up minus the grandfather clock. But it was just funny because it's like literally like, that's what I'm saying. It's so funny because like we're dealing with $1.7 of real estate
Yeah.
versus like some music, and it's like it does blow my mind. And that's normally I don't like to do furniture until it's sold, but I'm like, it slipped in there, and
And,
that's how it slipped in there.
and sometimes it's like part of the negotiation
But
too,
that's why I
right?
don't like
It's a,
it. 'Cause
well,
I'm
okay,
not selling furniture.
I know, but sometimes
You're
like
right.
you're
You
at
did rile me up.
but sometimes, and I remember hearing this like from like a course, like a workshop that we took, and we were talking about negotiating, right?
Hmm.
And sometimes if you have buyers that are not maxed out, but feel like they've already hit the top of what they were willing to spend
Yeah.
on a property, sometimes throwing those little things in can help.
Yes, okay, I agree, but I also see it as like, really? Like that's but
Really?
this is the psychology that we
Yeah.
have to deal with
Yeah.
all the time, and it's so bizarre. Like, to me, this is also like extortion after the inspection. It's like, really? So if this GFI outlet wasn't fixed, you're not gonna buy this home? Are you kidding
Yeah.
me? Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah. So I guess for me, I get really annoyed when I have to major admires. That's my beef.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm.
I agree because I always say the drywall on 2x4s are the easy part. It's the emotions, the people, and it's like they start, obviously, or not obviously, typically, most people, their home is their largest transaction. So they
Yes.
can get a little squirrely, right? And it's
Yeah.
like you just need to be able to, yeah, give them that little carrot, that nudge, whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So anyways, so some recent furniture sales have gone on, guys. All not even sales. They're just exchanges.
Yeah.
It's a swap. And But then I had, this is like sort of in the same vein. I had this seller and moved from in the city to rural, and you have different internet services, etc. out there. So,
Right.
do you know where I'm going with this? This is
I
actually
have a
another
feeling.
annoying one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going to say TELUS, but whoever
Yeah.
your providers are now.
The contracts.
Yes. So again, spring market really busy. I'm dealing with grandfather clocks over here. I don't have time to be negotiating your telus.
Right.
Like it's like anyway, so my client who's moved to the rural and possession's gonna be coming up on his place, and he's probably called TELUS and clued in that maybe he
Mm,
signed not exactly what he thinks he's signed. Like
right.
that is one thing. Whenever I renew my TELUS contracts, I'm always so careful, and they're always trying to give me stuff, and I'm like, I don't want it because that's not free, and I know it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyone right now, just be very careful when you're signing up for that stuff and read the fine print because, yeah.
Oh, you know what I hate is like when the people come to your door
Oh,
and are trying to like get you to sign,
sign up. Yeah.
or switch or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the security ones just drive me
Oh,
bonkers.
I've had to tell TELUS numerous times, like, please do not call me with security offers. Like, I don't want
Yeah.
it because I'm so used to dealing with people who are like, oh, wait a second, you mean this equipment isn't all free when I like end my like 10-year contract 2 years
When I've been
in?
like paying like $30 a month, or not even 30, I wish,
Like, yeah,
right?
exactly. When it's
Like
basically
$70
yeah,
a month for like
yeah.
20 years.
Yeah, I'm like, no, sorry, you still owe money on that. Anyways, and so, but it was just funny. So he had wanted, so can I reach out and see? And so another reason I have notes here. So it's like, so I don't, this is Greek to me, 250 megabytes per second for $50. I'm like, do you know what I mean? I'm like now a TELUS representative. And then we have the alarm, which is covers theft and break-in protection.
Oh.
And it's only $30.45 a month. So actually, I, not even knowing a lot, think $80.50 is pretty good for that.
Right.
But the TELUS representative is calling him back tomorrow for 30. Can I like, you know what I mean? And so
Oh, and don't forget that you get a little discount on your insurance.
yes,
Right.
no, you're right. I didn't actually even make a note of that, but that was mentioned to me. So then, which I will say, like all these clients are talking about, they're lovely, but this is just the
Just the
behind.
little things you don't think
Yeah, and
about,
it's like
right?
I'm busy doing like again, not changing bed
Yeah.
pans. I'm here like, running the show. Like yeah, and so so anyways, so I reach out to the other agent. I send her the information and a text, and she's like, and she's very great. She says
Yeah.
like, thanks. Like my clients are actually already with TELUS, and then so I let
Right.
my client know, and then like he's like, oh, can you like? There was still follow up, and then I had to follow up again,
Yeah.
and but again, she was like, I was kind of like, hey, sorry, he wants me to like check da da da,
Right.
and she's like, no, like they're like. Which I'm always like, if it's just like the answer is no,
So
thank God. So, but it was just
hang on a second though. Like the security one, you know, hard enough. Have you ever had to deal with one with like the furnace or
air
air
conditioner.
conditioners?
Yeah. You know what? You guys, sorry. Like that comes out of the proceeds of the sale. I'm not taking over your like freaking layaway like furnace. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I know that's one that's kind of cropped up in the old biz here in the last handful of years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people will get like, of course, again, these salespeople,
Sounds
they're like,
good.
yeah, here,
Mhm.
like we're gonna, you know, yeah, you're gonna pay $60 a month for AC for the next 10 years, or I don't know what
I
it
don't
is,
know.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because I got AC and that was like an option, and I'm like, nope, I've seen how this like plays out. I'm not interested. And yeah, so I'm not, no, I don't want to take over your stuff, guys. Like nothing. I don't want to take over your AC, your like
I'm so happy I haven't had to
security.
deal with that, like the whole AC or the furnace. The furnace
Well,
would be the really
well, to
hard one,
me,
but
I kind of think
because what are
that's
they gonna do? Take out the furnace?
well, no, but it's not only that. It's okay when it's the lawyers. That's whatever this current seller owes is going to be registered
Yeah.
on. You know what? There's probably a penalty if they get out early, so that's why they don't want it. Well, not our fault.
Yeah.
Like, you, whatever that kind of stuff. So these are the things. Yes, you did. I did get riled up real easy. So yeah. So anyways, so that's those are some recent goings ons that are, I guess, outside of what people might think the scope of a realtor
Right.
is.
Right.
Also,
Mm.
FedEx, UPS.
Oh,
I mean, I haven't had a
yeah.
recent incident, but more than people might think, I'll get a text, call, whatever. Oh, some mail has shown up for the old owner.
Yes.
And like it'll be like revenue. Like sometimes, obviously, people know what is junk mail, but they'll be like, it looks important.
Right.
Yeah. So that's
It says confidential on there.
that's just from Costco, probably.
I don't
Those like
know.
no, but there's things that you can kind of tell look a little more important, and then so it's kind of liaisoning that, and you don't want to be, oh, here's their new address. Like that's you
No,
can't
yeah,
give them
can't
that
really do that.
information. So if they're not in the city anymore, typically what I do is I have them leave it out. I go, I pick it up, I go to Canada Post, I send it to them wherever they are. Like
Yeah.
again, and you know what? That's like it all just is what it is, but this is me now, cleaning the latrines, basically. Like it's not, but it's all part of like what we do that people might not realize. And like, I guess another thing is people change your address with Amazon when you like move or your whatever you have set up on
Yes.
like a order system. Like it's
Right.
like, oh my God, like the amount of
Right.
packages.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's, I guess, another. Do you have any sort of weird extras that maybe not off the
Um,
top of your head, but
Not yeah. I'm thinking well, I mentioned like the ones that just popped up were like the air conditioner and the
yeah.
furnace, like all of those contracts that you sign and you think, okay, yeah, I've been paying for this forever, so I'll just continue paying for it. But yet the security ones are, especially lately, because they like to switch companies. Like I don't know how many security companies we've been with
Oh, like you're saying like
that they
the
get bought
actual
out.
umbrella.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
they get bought out. So now we're with TELUS for the security,
yeah.
right? Because they got bought out by the other, I can't even
Shaw?
remember. I think it
No.
was Vivint or something.
Oh, Vivint. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I will say at least security now, like 10, 20 years ago, we had those like hardwired alarms. We certainly don't have that
No.
anymore. And
Yeah.
those would have contracts. And then, because it was hardwired in the home and maybe let's say Vivint's property, like,
Mhm. Mhm.
you would maybe either have to pay to cancel the contract if you're the seller or the new
Yeah.
owner could take it over, but they wouldn't. It was easier than them getting their own if they actually wanted it. So it sometimes kind of worked.
Yeah. Well, you get the newer equipment, right?
Yeah, well, but that's how they get you. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, here, like, this is, I don't know, like, whatever. Yeah, they like try and like upsell you on things or this
Yeah.
has been improved since, yeah, whatever.
So it's been funny because recently, uh, TELUS has been trying to get a hold of me because they wanted to upgrade our equipment. And I'm
Mhm.
just like, I don't got time for this. And it would always like, no, sorry, or hang up or not
Yeah.
answer, right? I actually put it on my phone. It's like, do not answer. Telesecurity, do not answer. But this is going to be so funny. But it got to the point where they were sending me registered mail.
Whoa, they wanted you real bad.
Well, this was the thing. It was because the equipment that we had was no longer going to be, um, able to work with their new
Right. Yeah,
system,
yeah. Yeah.
right? So they needed to get in touch with us because we had to upgrade our equipment
You
because
were
our
giving
old
them the
stuff wasn't
runaround.
gonna be compatible, and
Yeah.
I'm, like, telling them to, like, get lost, not
Yeah.
answering, like,
Oh.
oh, the
But
headache.
but that's why I don't know. I mean, not many people know where I live, but I like just refuse to get the security because
Yeah,
it's another headache. Because yeah, now you're going to be wanting me to upgrade my software. Like, there's just all sorts of things that I
yeah,
don't have time for there. Yeah. So
right, right.
yeah, I actually with Telus, I remember I said one of the times they called, I'm like, listen, first of all, I have call control, so like it takes a
Mm,
special someone to even get through, and they were getting through, so like power to them for that. But like I kind of said, listen, like you guys call like all the time. I always tell you no. Like, can we put a note on my file? Like,
yeah,
please do not
do
call me.
not call.
And so that did happen for a while. And then I did get another call and they're like, oh, well, yeah, that only like lasts for like 6 months. But it was like, that's how
Aw,
far I got. I'm like, please do not call me. I'm like requesting you don't call me about this again,
right,
And they're like,
right.
that only lasts for so long.
That's awful.
Oh, anyways.
Eh,
Well, I mean, it's, I mean, I don't know if it's don't hate the player, hate the game. Like that's the thing is like enough people fall for it. It's like, oh, it's like free or basically free. And it's like, it's not.
It's
And when I
not.
go to
It's
sell
never
your
free.
house,
Yes.
I don't want to be the one doing this like stupid back and
Back and
forth.
forth.
Like, I think that's almost like my vengeance. It's just like, cause I know what it's like to,
Yeah.
deal with the aftermath. And I'm like, no, like I've seen the other side of this and I don't like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's always a catch, right? There's
Yeah.
always some kind of
Well,
catch.
no such thing as a free lunch, and yeah, there's always a catch because it's like, oh, it's like free for the first 6 months and you don't pay for your equipment and like they give you all this like fancy
Yeah.
sounding stuff, but it's like, I'm good. I'm just I'm gonna wing it. I'm pretty sure all of my neighbors have cameras, so if we really need to like
Uh,
do a deep dive into something, we can.
I hate those people. Like sometimes we get people. We've had like neighbors come. Hey, do you have like footage of?
Oh,
Oh yeah,
really?
oh yeah. Or I've had policemen come and say,
See, and I don't have to deal with that either.
yeah, yeah. No, hey, do you have like the footage from? I'm like, oh my god, really?
It's
Yeah.
sure it's living in the hood.
Well, yeah.
It's
I
a
didn't trade it though. It's
No,
just
no,
so
and I'm just
convenient.
sort of
But
teasing you, because I
I
don't
well,
wanna
no.
but I also don't wanna say anything because I'm like, "Oh, watch me be like, where I am, it's a real destination." Like, you're just not driving by my place by accident, like,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's pretty quiet and, like, God, I've left my garage door open overnight, nothing's happened, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
I've been pretty fortunate because really, nowadays, it doesn't almost matter where you are,
Mhm.
but,
Mhm. Mhm.
I've still seemed to manage to,
It's just funny. It's just but it honestly, it's like, well, get your own system and then you can watch your stuff. I'm not here to watch your stuff for you.
Yeah, I'm not here to watch your Amazon package and watch who
Watch
stole it.
somebody like walk away with it. And
Yeah.
that's what I find too, is like people use it, you know, okay, great. Now you've seen somebody walk away with your Amazon
Yeah.
package, but like now
Go
what?
get him, Tiger.
Yeah.
Some vigilante justice.
There's very little justice in those matters.
Yes.
But
Oh, that's yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so I mean those are just a couple of my, I don't know, talking points, but let's see. I mean we could, cuz I feel like we need a little more beef to this episode and I feel like that's it's my yellow notes, but I have a
yeah,
listing and it was really interesting and I want to see cuz I it was coming up as a property match for clients, so just so the audience knows, we can set up searches. It's probably not
yeah,
really anything they wouldn't be aware of, but it's like, so basically, if a new listing comes out, but even a price change, right?
right. Yeah.
So, and I mean, the price change has to be, actually, this is just a side note. Do you know how much it needs to be to register as a something that like you can't just be like, oh, it's $1,000 less. It's like a percent or
I
something.
didn't know that. I
Yeah.
thought it was like any kind of price change.
No, there is, because I think what people would do, and I was wondering if this is what this person was doing. Um, And I thought it was kinda like a reverse auction or something would be kind of a cool way. Like, if you had a listing, let's say it's like 500,000 and it has to be a $1,000 or sorry, a 1% price adjustment to register on the system. So let's say you, like, bring it down
As
5
a
grand a
price
day.
change?
Yeah, so, like,
Hmm.
495, 490, and, like, let's say
Right.
you're kinda doing that on a, like, whatever it's
Incremental
daily,
basis.
weekly,
Yeah.
whatever. At what point is someone gonna be like, "No, I don't want to wait any," like, I've always thought that'd be an interesting tactic.
Right.
And I was
Right.
wondering if this was happening because let's see, on so it was listed in February, but then nothing happens until May, and then May, and so May, I feel like I don't wanna give away too much in
Nay.
May. Well, no, but I'm like, we have to be very conscious of, like, I think what we're saying, so I'm gonna give it a fake date. So
Okay. Cool.
May 6th,
All right.
it, is a price, and then it's on the 7th, it's like 25,000 less, but then it goes back up 25, but then it goes down 50, all in like the same 2 days. So I was like, "Oh, what's happening here? Are they do like,
Really?
yeah, is like this person having a stroke? Like what is?" So I just, but this was a few weeks ago now when I printed this off and but it was literally like, and it was funny because I do actually keep I was such a nerd. I keep such good records of like everything, and you know how I like to like
Yeah.
just kind of creep and follow up on stuff. But like
Yeah.
at 318 and then 323 and then 355, I got these 3 different notifications. It was the same listing. I'm like, well, it's working. It's in my face. I'm like, what's
Yeah.
up? No
Yeah.
such thing as bad publicity. But
Right.
it's funny because I don't really know this listing. I ended up talking about it just randomly with friends, and it's a nice location. So nice, in fact, that it could be an infill, but it's not. And those houses are sort of stuck in no man's land. You know what I mean? If it's a nice enough house where it's like if you had it on a different street, it would totally be, no one would tear it down. But because
Right.
it's on such a nice street,
Yeah.
and so I kind of feel like that house is in a bit of a weird limbo because of that. But
Right.
but I was like, what's going on here? And then it's now been radio sort of silence on it. But when I saw it, I was like, oh,
Right.
this is an interesting
Yeah.
whatever. Let's follow it. Let's.
Yeah, and I don't know if there is a trigger point, like if it has to be a certain percentage of
There is actually,
reduction.
yeah,
I don't,
because
and I don't know what that is.
I think if I had to guess, but maybe I'd be curious. I can just call the board and find out. But if
Yeah.
I had to guess, I think it's about 1%. Like, because you can't just be like, oh, $500
Yeah.
every day and expect it to be popping off on the system. Like, you have
Right.
to actually bring a price reduction that might have some significance. Because
Right.
even 1%, guys,
Well, and then not to say that's a lot of paperwork.
Well,
to get the seller to reduce, unless like, would you
oh
write,
yeah, like why are you like you
well,
you
have to write the amendment, price change.
and like submit it, whatever. But to me, I'm like, I think it's ill effective. Like 1% is not.
No,
If
no.
you're so here's, and I think it's a very loose rule of thumb, but they say if you're not getting an offer, you're at least 3% off the mark.
And loose or not, I think that's pretty solid.
Okay,
Because I think
so then,
no,
so
that's
it's not loose or not.
no, it's not, because like that's a solid. Any good realtor
Mhm.
can negotiate, 3%, right?
Right.
Right,
Well, right. Yeah.
reduction.
So, but
if
that's
you're in the ballpark.
yes. So,
So
but that's what. So
yeah,
if you're,
yeah,
but if you're more than 3% off, you might not even be getting the interest. Is sort of
exactly.
But that's why reducing by 1%, it's not like, I mean, maybe if you're at 505 and you go down to 499, if you like, but don't list
Yeah.
at 505 in the first place,
Right.
people. Like that's
Right.
actually like literally the list price of death, if you ask me. 505. No one has any business listing at 505.
Yeah,
You don't.
no,
Because
it's true.
people search in price brackets, and
Yeah.
I'm telling you, $500,000 is a huge cutoff point. Like $50,000, $100,000 increments, $500,000 increments. And to me, like you need to be like, if your home is actually worth 505, you're still priced at 499.
Yeah,
So you get
499 all day.
510. You know, like it's just like
Yeah.
there's no business being at 505. But anyways, but that's the only time I could see a 1% adjustment making a difference,
Yeah.
because you've now gone from over $500,000 to under half.
To under. Yeah.
That's neither here nor there. That's just a fun.
But that's just bad.
Yeah.
That's
That's
real
just
estate in the
yeah,
first
like
place,
you started off on the wrong foot, so don't try and I don't know. Yeah, this is bad real estate, guys.
Yeah.
But it is. I do see places at 505 and 509, and I'm like,
Rooks.
well, I just am like, either you almost need to be like 518, 512, like you have to be worth like again 3%. So that's 15,000. So 515. If you're
Right.
not like, if I had a house, my own personal house, and I felt like it was worth 510, I'd be listing that at 499 all day long, and we'll look at offers Sunday night. Like. So, yeah. Anyways, just interesting things we come across. But yeah, I saw that and I was like literally, I'm like, what is going? Like, what's happening? Like, it was
Right.
like within like 45 minutes or an hour, like these 3 different changes, and I'm like, and it wasn't like.
And it's weird too, because it's like you can actually call the board too if those were errors.
Well,
right? And
but
say,
that's
can
the
you
thing, like, to
remove
me,
that?
it's
But it's not. It's like a couple of days
not.
later.
Well, okay, so one is this day, and then the restaurant the next day. So they
Yeah.
basically went up 25, and
Yeah.
then down 25, up 25, down 50. Well, what is that? So in one day they went up 25, then down 50. It was like, no, we meant to go change the price up by 25 grand, not down. Like, I'm like, what? That's why I was like, what's going on? Is he having a stroke? anyways, it seems to have evened out, and I think the house is
Ugh.
just sitting here at that price. But I thought when it came up, I was just like, "Oh, this is interesting, and we'll see." And I mean, it's just sort of plateaued. But I do. It was so funny, such a small world. I literally was at my friend's with her mom, and she lives in that neighborhood, and her friends actually own the home. Like, it's just like
Right.
it is crazy how small of a world it is, and especially in real estate. And so, and I said, I think with this home, it's just kind of in that weird Bermuda Triangle of real estate where it's too nice of a house to take down.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
typically, if someone wanted that kind of house, they could go in 2 blocks and pay, like,
Yeah.
substantially less for it, right?
Right. Right.
So, yeah, it's a very tough sell. So, anyways, but just it was a weird antics going on, which yeah, so what you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Real estate.
well, no, and I think there's people who do kind of like realtors who do manipulate the system,
Okay,
manipulate the MLS.
I have another one. I don't have it here with me.
Yeah.
Just popped up for a client yesterday, and again, small freaking world. I know the sellers, so I'm not sure because it's who actually owns the property. I'm not 100% sure of, but
Right.
um, but I'm familiar with a bit of the backstory, I guess. And it came on, so it was a property match. And I think because I kind of was familiar with the property, I'm like, oh, I don't remember seeing this cross my desk before, but it's
Mhm.
11 days on market. So maybe it had been pending and it came back on because it's
Right.
active. Pull it
Right.
up. Nope. So an agent, 11 days before it hit the system.
Really?
Yeah. We know this agent too, but I'm tell you
Oh
what there.
gosh.
Yeah. So I was just like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a bit of a sordid God, like, sometimes I just, like, shock myself with, like, this. It's like, oh, having a conversation with people like,
Yeah.
how like, that's what I talked about in the other episode where I just have this, like, weird sixth real estate sense or something. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is, like, and just how small of a world, the greater Edmonton area can be sometimes, right?
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
but anyways, yeah, I thought that was really weird. So 11 days and it just hit the system. So that's a pet peeve of mine,
Yeah.
everyone,
Yeah. Yeah.
'cause, and that's like you can't even
And then they didn't even end up selling it
oh,
on
I
their
see.
right.
Oh,
You know what
yeah,
I
like,
mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your favorite. Well, it was okay, so here's another one then. So I had some clients in from out of town, from Europe, and, we had, this one so we were literally, like, kinda, like, hot and heavy, like, we'd be, like, checking our phone like, we would be
Right.
finish a showing, be like, "Anything new come on? Da, da, da."
Right.
This one came on, and so it was, like, within 30 minutes, I'd pulled it up, pending, 0 days on market. Eh.
Right.
So, but I did follow it. So I messaged her. I don't know if I was like, when's it pending? Oh, no, maybe I knew that, but I can't remember. Even if I just messaged her because it was,
Yeah.
when I pulled it up, it was actually only pending for like 2 days. So,
Okay.
yeah. So I was like, okay, interesting. And so, I just followed up with her because we were going out the next day. And I'm like, hey, if it kind of hadn't gone together,
Sure.
we'd definitely be looking. But it did sell. So I did pull it up and it actually was not the same agent.
Okay.
So that's more of a bully offer.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's coming from an A sign. And
Hmm.
what I would say is, again, is her seller being served?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so yeah.
Are they doing their best for their seller? Since it wasn't on the market for everybody to see
Yeah, like
and
we
everybody have a
literally
chance.
pulled it up,
Yeah.
like under half an hour of it coming on.
Yeah.
I guarantee,
Did
and
it
it was
sell
already
for
pending.
overlist?
It did 10 over.
Okay.
So that is like, and that's where I could see it because that is what is a bully offer. So basically, it's
But
an
it's
offer
like
where
this.
it's like,
Yeah.
hey, we're giving you something that's like
More than what
really
you wanted,
good.
but like what
Yeah.
if it sold for 50
Yeah,
or more,
yeah, like,
right?
or unconditional, not a 2-day condition, like, we don't know.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like at 10 over in 2 days condition, like, that's a risk. I could see a seller being able to, like, "Hey, let's not go to market and let's just take this." And that's a bit the game of what real
Yeah.
estate is, but for me, my pet peeve is when it's the same agent and it's maybe
Yes.
it's usually not over asking that, like, and that's sort of, but still, I kinda think Michelle raises a good point. Could they have done more, you know? And this is where, I mean, I think there's an argument to be made for what happened here, right?
Mhm,
Like,
mhm, mhm.
yeah, I think there's some merit there. But I personally, I don't even want to be it. Everyone gets to know about the listing at
Right.
the same time. I'm driving home yesterday, so it's a Tuesday today, so it's Monday. Two new signs on my street. I go to pull them up. Do you think either of them are there? No.
No.
Like, come on, guys. They're
Yeah.
gonna come on Thursday or Friday. I
Uh,
don't like it. I don't like it. I know one of them was on the market before. Yeah. Like, and I think they'd sort of been off for a while. And it's interesting they didn't have signage before. And
oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Anyway, so again, like I feel like I know so much,
Yeah, it's interesting, like, how they didn't have signage. It's like, well, like, does signage make a difference?
right?
Right?
So here's the thing, like, yeah. I I again would suggest that it's selling the realtor, not like to me. I'm like, hey, look how fast I sold
Mm,
this.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, like
Because even still, how many people are gonna actually drive by there?
exactly. I told you my street is a
Yeah,
destination location.
you're right.
So that, but are they like, there's no sign. It's still on the MLS though, right? So it's not like,
Yes.
so if someone's actually seriously looking, they're on the MLS. They have a realtor. Like that, it's not. So that's why I say the sign is about selling the realtor,
Mhm,
you know?
mhm.
But to me, I'm like, hey, great. I'll be sold all day long for real estate purposes. But I'm like, wait, this is not sounding right. Like, I'm happy to sell
Oh, for
myself
those
as a realtor.
non-real estate purposes.
Not for sale, people. Not for sale. And then, but like, that's to me, it's like, but I'm not putting it on in advance. Like, I'm still doing
Yeah,
whatever I can that I think is going to garner the best result for my client. And that is,
definitely.
again, not like here, point zero something percent of the marketplace. Check this out with my A sign and my directional arrows or
Right,
whatever.
right.
Like, let me open it up to everyone.
Yeah,
I'm on everyone,
yeah.
you know? Yeah. So any and all potential interested parties, not just like a sliver, right?
Right, right.
So anyways, so I mean, I'm gonna stay tuned on that because of course, I'm like, ooh, like, and I live on the street. I'm just curious because
Yeah.
there was another one that had sold. And so I was like, oh, cool, that house sold. What did it sell for? But yeah, so I noticed the sale sign, but then yeah, there was two new ones and no listing yet. And these were proper like lawn signs, not an A
Right,
sign.
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So
So that's even a couple of
super
days.
committed.
Although there's some realtors who put up their own signs. So,
Oh,
because
like
I was
their
just
own.
gonna say that's a couple of days too if you're sending it for
Oh, yeah, so they've
a
known.
company to
Yeah,
put
you
them
have
up.
to request. Actually, it's kinda interesting because Regent doesn't install on Mondays, I don't think. Who are you with?
I'm with Regent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So, but they do on Saturday, which is great.
yeah,
So, anyways, neither here nor there. There's also other sign companies or some people do
yeah,
put them up or whatever, but
yeah. Some people
and
put them up by themselves, which
well, yeah, and who knows? Maybe, yeah, like, I think I tried, like, fixing one once, and I was like, "Oh my god, my back." Because like, with the weather
when
and
they tip
stuff.
over,
Yeah,
like in
like,
the spring.
yeah, like, there is something I thought, "Oh, just, like, whatever." I was like, "No." I'll stick to A signs. And then,
Yeah,
but, yeah, I don't know if because they would have had to have been out since Saturday, which I don't think they were. So, anyways, but I will be monitoring that situation and see when they actually hit the market. I don't think either of these homes are at risk of being
like scooped
scooped
up. Yeah,
because of the price point and stuff and whatever. But and I know one had been listed before, so I don't know if it was. Yeah, it was last year. Yeah. So,
right.
but probably went off for the winter. Anyways, but yeah, so those are some you know what? This has been all real estate, really.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, my ramblings about sort of behind the curtains, just
So do
like
you ever call them up? Like those A's, are you gonna call up the realtor or are you just gonna wait?
I'll just
Find out the
yeah.
details.
Oh
Yeah.
God, I'm not.
But I mean, if you're working with somebody who is in that
Oh,
market for
yeah,
sure, you
yeah,
call.
yeah. If
Yeah.
I, yeah, yeah. But I mean, as a nosy neighbor slash realtor with like some like scruples, no, I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
not like that's the thing. I'm not about to go police people. I just observe things, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
So, but anyway,
Cool.
cool. Okay, guys. Well, I feel like that's maybe a wrap here on this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But as always, thanks for listening, and we will be discussing things with you again real soon.
Awesome.
Okay,
See
bye
you next
guys.
time. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening.
Yes, you can follow us on Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you find your podcasts.
And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe.
Take care.
Bye for now.
Bye.